maybe having gotten the opportunity to do scenes with them at some point. That may or may not have been even better. Would be something that I maybe would say if I was in the movie. No, it was. I mean, it was incredible. It was an experience like I can't even describe it.
What is good, YouTube? Warstu here with a video on Avengers Doomsday. So over the weekend at New York Comic-Con, one of the kind of lead actors for Avengers Doomsday, Simu Liu, who seems to be the face of Doomsday, he's the only one that's really talking. Where's Robert Downey Jr. at talking? But it's interesting because of what Simu Liu has confirmed. He's basically somewhat confirmed parts of the said plot leak. So, yo, what is freaking good, YouTube? Wish you here. If you are new around here, make sure to subscribe to never miss any of the Marvel, DC, Kaiju, Monsterverse, pop culture-based content that I try to deliver on the day. So good, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on, and let me know how freaking excited are you for this movie. Obviously, we have Spider-Man, brand new day before this. Also, check us out on TikTok. Warstu. I'm like 10 followers away from 1,000 over there. It'd be cool if you could follow me over there. Check us out on Instagram at Warstu to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. So, if you didn't hear what Simu Liu said before I played this video, because I played a clip, if it allowed me, this is what filming Avengers Doomsday was like. Going to work every single day was like the mix of turning on your TV on a Saturday morning. Every single person I was working with was someone that I had literally grown up watching. Then also just the fun of being in a playground where also all of these people around somehow wear spandex, and we're all there to believe it was incredible time. Pretty similar thing to what Channing Tatum said, to be honest. And in the actual clip, he somewhat confirmed that he may or may not have filmed with the X-Men actors Professor X and Magneto, but obviously he's talking about saying I may or may not have scenes with. So what does this confirm? It confirms that they will go to the Earth where Maria Rambeau is, because that's going to cause a major incursion, which thus far confirms that Shang-Chi will be getting into some variation of a fight with some of the X-Men, which is insane, because even if you didn't like Shang-Chi, you have to admit the fight scenes were really cool. Also, the 10 rings, the beacon that we had in the post-credits scene for a later movie, the signal coming from the 10 rings, are the 10 rings going to be vital? The 10 rings were seen in the Magic Light show that they had recently that Marvel Disney did. Shang-Chi's a very important character, hence why he seems to be talking a lot. But I do feel bad for him in a way, because they haven't had Shang-Chi 2 yet. I get it, his movie was released in a bad time in the world and it didn't really make much money. It probably broke even. But he did say, in case you missed the good news, Simu Liu will be returning. So potentially, obviously he wants to do a second movie because obviously he would make much more money. He did go on to say in a different interview previously, everyone is going to be blown away by Robert Downey Jr.'s portrayal of Dr. Doom. Now, we get it. If you work on a Marvel movie, it's unofficially part of your role, your job to hype the frig into the movie to make people go see it. So he also said this: Avengers Doomsday will be worth the cost of admission. Every page of this script that may or may not have been finished, when I was reading it, I would read a scene and it'd be like, I'd pay $20 to see that scene. I'd pay $20 to see those two people fight, and these people make out. I'm kidding. So yeah, he's there basically to hype up something that's got nothing to do with Doomsday, but he's obviously there to make you want to go watch Doomsday. But him saying this minor detail tells you that yes, this so-called Avengers, new Avengers, fighting the X-Men is basically confirmed to be true. It really is. And Channing Tatum recently said something similar, to be honest, when he was on The Soup Show. He basically said he was on set with people he watched growing up, which if you go by his age, that obviously means Hugh Jackman and Tobey Maguire, as Channing Tatum is in his early 40s now. But for him to come out and say, maybe I got the opportunity to do some scenes at some point with Professor X and Magneto, he actually used their real names, which tells you, yeah, he's basically trying to hype up this so-called fight that is supposed to happen. But we've had the likes of Alan Cummins returning as Nightcrawler, saying that he had some fight scenes with the X-Men and then said he misspoke. So we get it. Everyone attached to this movie is going to indirectly or directly hype the shiz into this movie. But it is interesting because some people seem to think we're getting a complete separate movie that is the Avengers versus the X-Men. And no, as multiple so-called inside scoopers have said, that is part of the movie. Now, what I find interesting is that no one is really talking about stuff with Robert Downey Jr. Dr. Doom, apart from saying, yo, I've seen some stuff, it's amazing. No one's actually going into detail about what is going on with RDJ. Is it all to do with the same mass, same task? Is it to do with the fact that there is no real reason why he looks like Tony Stark except for the manipulation part? It's very interesting what is coming out about said movie, because some people seem to think that we're getting Avengers Eternity War late 2028 and we're getting Scarlet Witch November 2027 somehow before Secret Wars. Yet they would have had to start shooting that. Now, I know we've had some information come out recently and a trailer for Wonder Man and a trailer for Daredevil Born Again Season 2, which is heavily tied to Spider-Man Brand New Day because, spoilers, we all know what's going to happen. Daredevil gets chucked into jail and he will be broken out in Brand New Day. Major spoilers, but if you watch a channel like mine, you know exactly what you're getting yourself into. So, Simu Liu, I really hope he does get a second movie. But that's all going to depend on the reboot and if he stays alive and what happens in this movie. But he's almost becoming like a figure for the movie. And it is sick that it does confirm X-Men versus Avengers or the new Avengers. We want this. It's going to be absolutely insane. And I'd pay money just to watch the X-Men fight the Avengers. It's just a shame that we don't have by original Avengers, I mean the actual original version of Iron Man there. The actual original version of Captain America. Yes, I know Steve Rogers will be there, but the original, like the OG Avengers, Black Widow, Scarlet Witch, the actual OG Avengers there, not variations of them, not variants. It's just a shame that we're not actually going to see that part of it. But it is cool because we somewhat know most of the leaks to do with the X-Men fighting the Avengers, because Doom's going to manipulate them. And we've had that massive set piece outside that looks like Sentinels are there. We know Doom's going to use Sentinels to, manipulate everyone into fighting. It would be pretty interesting. Doom's going to manipulate them into fighting each other. Avengers versus X-Men into the ultimate realize Doom's been freaking playing them. And that is going to set the massive tonal for the whole movie. There are rumors saying there's major deaths and only a few of the X-Men are going to see the next movie, which I somewhat do believe is true, because the thing that I dislike about Marvel movies is ramifications don't really seem to be serious. I get it, they can't kill everyone off, but the fact they never kill anyone off properly, I mean, snapping someone away, you cease to exist, but then you come back again, that's not really snapping people away. So I really hope there is serious ramifications finally in this movie, because that is what's needed. A serious tone. I hope Spider-Man Brand New Day is such a serious tone. And thank you, Simu Liu, for confirming the Avengers will fight the X-Men, even though we've basically known this already. So that's all the information we've got for today's MCU Avengers Doomsday video. I have been sent this massive plot leak for the whole movie, but I'm not posting it yet because I want to see if anyone else comes out with information on Twitter or one of the so-called scoopers say something yet, because there is somewhat a very different part of what is in this plot leak, but I don't want to post it just yet. I want to sit on it for a few days to see what actually happens. So, like always, check us out on Instagram, trying to grow that would be cool. Warstu over there. Check us out on Twitter. WarstuG, smallest platform. No one really uses Twitter. I get that. And also check us out on TikTok. WarstuG, close to 1,000 over there. Would appreciate it. So like always, guys, I will catch you in another video very soon. Catch ya later.